In this episode of Mighty Car Mods, we're going to teach you guys how to install Airplay in your car. Airplay is Apple's system that allows wireless streaming of music and media from iPhones and other devices. And today, we're going to hack an Airport Express so you can stream music inside your car. You're going to need a USB power adapter for your car. You're also going to need a USB cable that you can hack up. You're going to need a voltage regulator, and you're going to need an audio cable that takes the Airplay signal into the auxiliary input of your car's head unit. And to do that, you're going to need an Airport Express. Now these are only about $100, but you can even get secondhand ones off eBay for as cheap as $50, and we're going to be hacking this so it runs off USB power in your car.
So to do this, you're going to need a couple of simple tools, screwdrivers, some pliers and side cutters, solder and soldering iron, and on a budget you can probably get all these tools for less than $20.
The first thing you're going to do is crack out your Airport Express and plug it in so you can set it up on the computer and give it a name and password. You can also disable the router in the settings so the phone will connect to the airport network for audio, but it'll still connect to the cellular network so you can stream music from internet sites like Spotify. So the reason why it's a really good idea to set this up on the bench first is so you can test and make sure audio is going from your device into this and into your speakers before we actually hack it and install it in the car. Plug in some headphones or an audio jack into the Airport Express and then select the Airplay network that you've just set up. Once you know it's working, it's time to modify the Airport Express so it works in the car. Pop off the base with a flathead screwdriver to reveal the inner workings and then remove the components.
I'm not gonna let you fall aside. Let me hold.
Now this is the power supply unit that turns the AC power from the wall down to the 3.3 volts that the Airport Express needs, and we don't use that anymore because we're going to be getting 12 volts from the car and using this USB adapter to step it down to 5 volts, which is what USB runs off. From there, we're putting a voltage regulator in to step it down to the 3.3 volts that we need, and the extra voltage is going to be shed as heat.
Hack up your USB cable to find out which wires carry power. In our case, red is positive and blue is ground.
We've laid this out on the bench to show you how it works. We've got our 5-volt power supply that's coming into our voltage regulator. We've put the 5 volts into one side, we're spitting 3.3 out the other, straight into our Airport Express, and the orange light means it's working.
We've installed our voltage regulator where the power supply used to be and screwed it down onto a heatsink. We're using spare wire from the USB cable and a heat shrink on the connections to make sure nothing shorts out. We then connect the 5-volt source to the left pin, and the right pin will now give us 3.3 volts. The middle pin is a common ground for both sides of the circuit. The 3.3 volts and the ground wire are soldered to the Airplay circuit board where the old power supply used to be connected. We've put a diagram showing exactly how to do it on the Mighty Car Mods forum. Some hot glue helps to hold the cable down for strain relief.
So for a more permanent install, you can hide this up under the dash and power it off accessories, but I want it so I can take it into different cars, so it's going into the USB power adapter, and then in the middle console of the Forester, I've got RCA inputs to the head unit, plus an extra power adapter for this, so that is going to go between the two seats, and it's going to be mad. Plug the audio cable into the auxiliary input of your head unit, and the other end into the Airport Express output, and then plug in the power cable, and you're all done. Okay, so once you turn the keys on and send power to the Airport Express, it's going to take a few seconds to boot up. Then you need to get your head unit and change that to the auxiliary input. So once you've done that, that should boot up. Then your phone, you'll get your little Airplay icon down here. And when you touch that, it should come up with the name of the Airport Express. Mine's called the Moogaroo, which was my car. Press that. Now when we press play, we should be getting music through the Airport Express and then into the car's stereo. Awesome. You've now got wireless audio in your car. You can adjust the volume, change songs, and all your friends can access the network and play music in the car from their phones too.
So there it is, a cheap and easy way to get music into your car wirelessly.
It is simple, cheap, and awesome. It's what Mighty Car Mods is all about. You can keep up to date with us on Facebook.com/Mighty Car Mods, and also, of course, the forum, where the ultimate nerdy Mighty Car Mods masters of the universe hang out, that you can see there. See you next time.